Whoa. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of the grand finals of Good as Gold number 56. I'm OrD, that's ORD. You can find me on Twitter at ORD_SC2 or any of those locations down there on that GIF. With me today, as he's been with me all day, thank you for that, by the way, sir, is LordFreiza. You can find him on YouTube or on Twitch at Frieza Starcraft. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm super excited to be here in the second matchup in the grand finals.
Alrighty, we'll let you take it away.
Alrighty, so guys, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Condemned Ridge, it is Why Can't I Lose, the pink Protoss player, and in the bottom left-hand corner, it is VM Serpent, the red Zerg player. We've been seeing this map a lot tonight. I don't know. I'm getting used to it, you know, because it's new for me. What do you think? What are your thoughts about Condemned Ridge?
My thoughts are that no one knows how to play it just yet, and I'm really glad I've got to see it so many times. I actually haven't played it on the ladder yet. I've played a few custom games on it just to explore around and learn a little bit, as we see that both players are scouting to the wrong locations first, so this Overlord will be the first thing that is spotted from the other team. I think there's a lot of room. It's a huge map in that you can go CC first. This is one of those maps where you can actually probably get away with a double CC first build if you're Terran. If you're Zerg, then there's great opportunities to hide a hatchery, which a lot of players don't do. And I don't mean to advocate that, but there's a big weakness for a lot of lower level players, and that comes with scouting. And the same thing happens when you get to become a really high level player as well. Just kind of get lazy about scouting. Now we see a little worker bump. They say hi to each other and exchange information on their ways to scout each other's bases.
Yes, sir. We do see Gateway coming out at about the 13 supply mark, as well as the spawning pool. I think that came down around the 15 supply mark. Not 100% on that one. For VM Serpent, now appears his drone is getting out in position to throw down the hatch. Overlord is a little bit misplaced, but I think he can still see that probe. Yes, he can. So he will see if any shenanigans start going on in his natural as he gears up to take it. And here comes the probe moving into the main and just going to see the spawning pool as it's completing as the first gas geyser is being taken.
Indeed, and at the same time, VM Serpent moved on in and got to see that one gas was taken, that a gateway was down, and that a cyber core had also been laid down. This probe, considering probably laying down a forward pylon at some point right now, pretending like he's on his way home, but we all know probes do suspicious things all the time.
Yeah.
Probe.
They're little buggers. But it looks like he's actually just going to be going all the way back.
I don't believe it for a second. The
Well,
gas steal goes down for VM Serpent, who says, hey, 48 me. 48 me, please.
That'd be funny. I mean, definitely stopping the gas guys is going to be a big win right there. It's definitely going to help cut down the gas if that is what he was choosing to go for. I mean, I think it's a valid assumption. I think that is what we saw out of Why Can't I Lose in prior games, if I'm not mistaken. But here comes the expansion now finishing for VM Serpent. It's finally getting some creep spread out. The natural creep spread, I mean, by the hatchery. And he's also building his Roach Warren. So it's good to see that tech coming out early. It's good to see it not coming out at 13 drones. That was a little crazy last time, but he's definitely getting the tech out. It's going to be super effective versus Protoss composition.
Yeah, now the gas gets laid down. The robo facility will be able to be useful pretty soon, as 2 zealots were used on that drone. Didn't really get to pull off the restart trick in between, which is where you cancel the extractor and start rebuilding it. And what actually happens is that that little drone inside that's becoming the extractor, he actually gains life, just the normal regen rate of any Zerg worker. And so when you cancel it, he comes back with more life, so even though his Zealot might get off another hit on him, he can restart the building again. And then the same thing can happen almost into forever. We have an Immortal out, so it actually might be a 3-gate Robo Immortal push. I don't know how the Robo would push, but a 3-gate Immortal push.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty likely. I think that's what we're probably going to see here. And these Immortals are just super effective versus Roaches, killing them in 3 shots, I believe. So, honestly, it's just really effective when it comes to holding down these Protoss compositions. As it appears right now, 2 more gateways are finishing for Why Can't I Lose, as well as he's coming out with another Immortal, really stepping up the army ASAP, as well as VM Serpent just kind of droning up lazily, making some units. I think he seems to be a little behind at the moment in Harvester count and in army supply, which kind of strikes me as a little bit surprising, but I guess we'll see him start kicking up as soon as this expansion really starts producing a lot more larvae.
Yeah, and now that he's got all these additional larvae from the queen, that really should probably turn around. Hopefully he still slips in some roaches during his next production cycle as this Sentry Immortal. Oh my, Sentry Immortal Zealot, very high DPS group here, and ooh, the Overlord! Yes, VM Serpent! Yes, yes you did. Thank you. He
Yeah, the
sent that
only
Overlord
anti-air
in, he
here.
scouted, he saw, there is a robo facility, there is Chrono down on it, there are sentries out on the map, so what do I need to do? I need to lay down some more spine crawlers. Maybe not 4. I don't know. I struggle with, um, 1 spine crawler is pretty effective early game, and then 3 spine crawlers is pretty effective, but then when you go beyond that, it just seems like overkill. Like you really should be investing in other
Mm.
stuff. I've never done the math on it, but it seems to me like this money would have been better invested in just more roaches, or maybe
I
even that macro hatchery.
Yeah, I got you right there, and I totally agree with you. In a lot of respects, too many spines is a bad thing. But I gotta mention, these probes that were nipping away this Overlord survived, and that's Overlord would have supply blocked the End Serpent
Ooh.
and totally cut down on the production. But leaving it alive is going to be a costly mistake right here as we go into this engagement right here. And I think it really can go either way. It's going to come down to how effective these spines are and how well these units wall. And here goes, 3 Immortals looking pretty scary right now.
Oh, and he actually gets a pretty decent angle where only 3 of the spine crawlers can engage at a time. I don't know why his queen isn't involved in the fight at all. It's just kind of watching. However, the roaches and spine crawlers, the lings that got through the force fields, which weren't the best, there was a gap in between, and those lings really getting a lot of DPS down on the Immortals. Why can I lose? That's the GG. And so there you have it. VM Serpent couldn't hold it off in game, or could hold it off in game 1, and holds off a similar pressure timing in game number 2. So congratulations to, I'm not misquoting myself, right? VM Serpent won the first game.
I'll double check because to be honest,
Ah.
I'm not 100% sure. Yes, VM Serpent won the first game.
Okay, there we go. Yes, all right. He is the victor of Good as Gold number 56. Congratulations to him. One last time, don't forget there is no Good as Gold tomorrow. There is one on Friday, which will not be casted. Unfortunately, our replacement caster injured his hand and cannot observe and cast. So that is sad. Perhaps in the future we will have LordFreiza back, and who knows, we might ask him to solo cast something if he's got time. LordFreiza, do you want to give yourself one last shout out, please?
All right, yeah. So thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching me. If you want to see any more of my stuff, you can check it out at youtube.com/FreizaStarcraft, twitch.tv/LordFreiza, or twitter.com/FreizaStarcraft. I'll post those links for you guys.
Okay, yeah, throw those into the stream chat, and so that's it for the stream. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Right now, we're about to have some mono battlage. At least one game of it, because I probably should go soon.